Hello everyone, it is Susie and welcome back, and I want to say welcome September. Wow, I cannot believe we are already in September. So anyway, all the kiddos are going back to school, and so anyway, you got to watch out for those buses and just the traffic again. So anyway, I actually have made a Halloween journal. I was in Joann's the other day, and they had some of his new Halloween stuff out. They didn't have very much, and anyway, but what they did have, I just picked up a couple of things. I picked up this backdrops, and it is just Halloween 2023. I picked up the backdrops just because I think it has some new backdrops in it, so than what I have in my stash. And then this is a cool pack right here. I picked up two of these. This package has a little bit of everything in it. It has the big people, individuals. It has those big, where it's just the upper part of the person there, and it has some paper dolls. His font was new on the numbers that he had in there, and I definitely really like those. And anyway, it was just a fun pack. It had some bats that I didn't have. It has some of the florals in it. It's just really a cool pack, this one is. So if you want something that has a little bit of everything in it for you, grab this Halloween 2023, because it is fun. So you'll see that in the journal. And then I use some of my old pieces as well to put in my journal. Now these journals here, these two I didn't even make. I had picked these up at Red Lead, probably between a year, 2 years, 3 years ago. It's been a little while. But I'm selling those. I really just purchased them to look at. Not that I, was going to do anything with them anyway, but just kind of wanted to look at them because it kind of gave me the inspiration for this. Now this here is an old journal. I don't even remember the name of the digital that I used. Because it's been maybe 4 years ago. It has a little bit of a story behind it. And anyway, so I've just held on to it. And we're going to look at it first. But this is just going to be my, these will all be in the Etsy shop, of course. And this here will be just labeled as the September junk journal is what I'll put in it, kind of as. But anyway, this here, these are some old pieces that I had. I don't remember who they're by. But anyway, it was just some old stash that I had when I made the journal even. But I've just got some tags that go in the pocket in the front. And then I've got one of these alterations tags here that slips in the front. And it is just kind of a little bit of everything inside it as far as what made it up. But another blank journal there. It is for fall, of course. And I've got some of these tickets. I wish I could remember the name of this digital, but I just don't. It has just been too long. I've grabbed just a piece of paper there and made that as a little journaling paper. It has envelopes. Like I said, it is just made up a little bit of everything. Magazine. Here is this, and it has a journaling paper as well as a alterations tag. And there's some dictionary page. This here is just not a pocket, it's just a little sewed piece on there. This is out of an old senior book, I think, or somebody might even have sent that to me, come to think of it, in some Happy Mail. I can't remember. But out of an old yearbook. There's the center. And then here's another pocket with a plain tag. And then here is another pocket with this. Now these are some original ephemera, as a matter of fact. That is. I purchased that off Etsy, off a shop on Etsy a long, long time ago. And there is that. Turn over a new leaf. And this is just a sewed page. Nothing. There's cider. Now I believe my, like the quote on the front and all, I believe that is from Mrs. Cog's Crafts. I'm pretty sure. But here is just a piece of the collection, and it goes in this little vellum pocket here. And then here is just a package of some. This is original ephemera, except for the. No, I think even the ice cubes is original ephemera. I believe I bought that at a antique store, but there's old coupon. And anyway, that's original ephemera there. Just a couple of pockets that have been ripped and stitched. There's a really big alterations or layaway ticket. And anyway, that goes in there. And then I have another alterations tag here. And let's see what else is here. This is a shorthand. Just out of a page that I had a shorthand book where you could practice your shorthand. It's vintage, but that's out of that. And another piece of music sheet and another little tag. So anyway, there is that, and it's got another tag, garment tag there. And there's October and another just piece of that digital right there. That just goes in this back pocket. So there is that, and I will just be calling this the I believe just the September junk journal is what I'll call it, since, oops. There we go. So there is that. And then the red lead, these two are from red lead. This is really thin, and so is, this one's kind of thin. So I'm just going to pull that off. I tied that really lightly because this stuck out so far. But it has some like grunge tags, some stamps. And like I said, I did not make this. This is from red lead. I've just decided not to keep it. I still have some old journals that I've purchased that I'd like to get rid of that I've never dug out yet. Here's just an old piece of ledger. An old piece of music sheet. They've made this pocket here, and it feels like it's just been made out of a, like this part is just magazine. That's what it kind of feels like. And then some old, looks like cardstock, and then some old music sheet there. And it just lays in there. And the strings are really long. It's a piece of magazine there. And then here is just an old letter, 1938. I don't know if it's original. I think it probably is. And then there's that. Another piece of news, or the other half of that magazine. Here's an old envelope. Here's another part of that letter. And then here is like a little ledger. And then he just made a little booklet out of. I would, if it were me keeping this, I would have tore this apart and then used it in collages probably. So there is that. Oops. Get that back in there. And they mainly just use zigzag stitch through this, through that. And then there is that. There's some old recipe book there. All right, and then the pocket, of course, is in the back too. There's 2 pockets there, same as the front. But there is that one, and this one I will just put in as oh, I'm trying to think. Let's just put it in as RL junk journal right there. Okay, and then this one here, I'm just gonna list this as junk journal, so I won't give it anything. This one here is pretty small though. This one's not very fat, but it has like a vintage envelope. This is 1970, and just some pieces of it looks like some images that they've printed off and made this envelope or pocket here out of an old book page. And the strings on this are really long as well. Here's the collage. Oops. And there's a little glassine envelope here. It's not easy to get to. Let's see if we can pop it out of there. There we go. A little, and it has like some more little bitty glassines. There's like 3 in there, and then some old vintage stamps. And I'll put it right there, and then there's that. And the papers are a little brittle. Some of this older stuff is. It's just a picture. I mean, a magazine. Here's a little pocket with vintage letter, it looks like, yes. And this paper is very brittle. And some more ledger. That's the worst part about using original old ephemera, because it is brittle and old book pages and such. And this is a glassine envelope. Now I like how they did this though, because they did stitch. No, it isn't stitched. I thought that was stitched down, but that photo there, they've just stitched the envelope down. It's kind of cool. And like I said, the reason why I bought it was just to really look at it, just to see what they had kind of done, putting their little junk journal together. Now this looks like it's out of the Daphne's Diary, actually. But it may not be. It's kind of what it feels like. Or looks like. And then, of course, you got your 2 pockets here in the back. So this one will just be junk journal. Is what it will go in as. Small junk journal or something there. Okay, so for my fun project here. Now this was truly fun. Like I said, you'll see some of the elements that came out of the new Tim Holtz Halloween. And this will go in as the Tim Holtz Halloween journal is what I'll put it as. So what I did was I used one of his backdrops to just do the cover, and it's just kind of layered with different sized papers. I've used an old manila envelope, mailing envelope, that was really fun. This here is just a front pocket off of the cover, and I've just divided it in sections by sewing it so that you can journal in sections. I like doing that. It's just a lot of fun for me. So anyway, that sets in there. And then the back, I did use a stamp set. Now I don't know if this stamp set was new. I didn't leave it out though, so... but it was a stamp set, and it had the bats and like a corn, the moon, and a scarecrow. But I'm putting one of my tags in there that says this journal created by Susie. I haven't been doing that. Of course, I haven't been making anything, but sometimes I just forget. I have those and I forget. So that will go in the pocket. Now, here is what I was talking about now. This is out of the package except for... these 2 here, but this was the big heads I was talking about, or upper bodies. That was in that pack. I used some old lace. This is out of the older older packages there. But I did use some old lace on the bottom. I decided to dig some out. And these are from that, except for the words there. That's off his sticker sheet. But, and this was too. I don't believe, I can't remember if that was in there or not. Nope, that was just out of another package. But I have just taken it, and it doesn't have anything in it other than just a little stitching. You can kind of add your own goodies in there, make it your own. This is that old first class mailer. You can kind of see where it said first class. It was just an old torn something I picked up. It had at an antique shop or somewhere in a box of stuff. Here's just a collage. Of course, this is one of the photos that was in there, and there's just florals. This is actually a piece of scrap that I had from one of the Your Creative Studio boxes. And then here I've just used, out of one of his sticker sheets, I've put her in a little half of one of those coin holders. This is out of the package there, the new package. And what I did was I had these dividers, and I came out of a ledger. That's what it did, an old ledger. But I have a G and an H in here, and I thought G for goblins or ghosts or something was cool. And the other one's an H for Halloween, so I thought that would be kind of fun. And then just some rub-ons there. I never use these. I just don't in any of the journals, but I did this time, and it's in this pack here. I decided to use these curtains there, so I just used them where you could kind of journal. I thought would be fun. I used both of them this time in the journal. Here I've just added some of my old tape, old age tape, and there's the little kind of creepy lady there. And I used an envelope, just a junk envelope there, to kind of make just kind of a cool piece. Put one of the florals on each side. This is in the pack, and I added the word spooky. And this here I left empty. Well, I thought I left it empty. I guess I put a couple of just stained guest checks in there. And then I just added one of the Tim Holtz pieces there. This is out of another pack here, I think. And here I made a collage with one of the frames. And I did order his cracked windows. I had to order those online. I actually seen those on his video for the new Ideaology Halloween 2023. And he had some that was called Shattered Windows. Not cracked windows, but shattered windows. And so I had to order those. And they've not got here yet, so. But I will be doing another Tim Holtz Halloween journal, kind of like this one, where it's just made up of, you know, odds and ends and grungy. And I'm going to put the shattered windows in it. I can't wait to get that. And then here is just a collage. This is one of the bats that was in the pack there. And this is the moon that came out of the pack. So just a fun. This is another piece of scrap that I had from Your Creative Studio. And just some old lace there. Here I've just kind of made that old envelope there and added some collage to it. Here's this little photo is out of the new pack. And then I just added a little grunge tag there. This is just some old paper, and it almost feels like Bond paper, vintage typewriter paper. But it looks like they were just trying to use it as, you know, graphing out something there, furniture or building something. I'm not sure. But you can see he graphed his paper there. So it's kind of, he's got north, south, east, and west. So that was kind of cool. Oh, and there's start. So I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but it was just come out of an old vintage bunch of papers or something that I had. And then here is that other column with the curtains. So, and like I said, I never use those. Here's my other one with the H for Halloween, and I just added, I kind of covered up the stitching there, and then with this, and just added Frightful there. But you can just a journaling spot. This is a piece of masking tape here that I've just stamped with the bats. Use the other half of that little coin holder. Both of these pieces are in the pack there. And then I've added, I've added another little booklet here. And this is kind of cool. I just added an old rusted, well, it's not old. It's just one I've rusted up. Pin there, safety pin. And just kind of collaged it up. All of this is in the pack, except for, of course, this. And the Wicked and the 31 came out of another pack. But this is in that new pack. All the backgrounds here is. And then I just added a couple of stitch tags in a pocket there is what I've done. They're just grungy stitched tags. And then the inside is just like the other. It's just sewing is all I've put in it. That's some vintage paper there. And then there's the back. And then here is, oh, it's a from Sears and Roebuck. How about that? I couldn't remember where it was from, but that's that mailing envelope, that vintage. And then I added a couple of pieces of the old lace there. And then there's one of the bats. And this, of course, photograph is, picture frame is out of there. And then there's the boys. They are also out of there. And there is the back. So there is my Tim Holtz Halloween journal. And like I said, all of it's headed to the Etsy shop. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching. And I have a couple more videos that I'll be uploading. I had purchased something at Hobby Lobby that I wanted to kind of play with and alter. And then also, it's a busy month. I'm heading to Rutledge, Missouri this first week in September. If anybody's been to the Rutledge, Missouri Outdoor Flea Market, just note it in the comments and let me know how you liked it. We have never been there, and so we're going to try that out. It's supposed to be a big outdoor flea market that they do once a month. And so we're going to give it a try before the year is out. And so anyway, if anybody's been there, let me know. And then I got a couple more flea markets we're going to this month. So it's a busy month for me. I've spent a lot of the summer just really out junking and that. So I haven't made very many videos at all. And I apologize for that. But anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the journals. And I hope you enjoy your weekend or week. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.